You most likely often heard the terms twin flame runner and twin flame chaser. They're used pretty often, but you're actually harming your connection and your journey by using these terms, and I'm going to explain you why in this video, so stay tuned. Maybe you have heard about the law of assumption. It's similar to the law of attraction, but in my opinion even more powerful. They do work somewhat hand in hand. I do have a video on the law of attraction versus the law of assumption. But the law of assumption basically means whatever you believe is true will be hardened into fact. It will come into your 3D life. And what is an assumption? An assumption is a thought you keep on thinking. That will turn into a belief. You can use the law of assumption on your twin flame journey. For example, you see a picture of your specific person, your twin flame, with another person, and that in itself, of course, is completely neutral. But then you can have the assumption of, oh my God, my person has a new person, a new boyfriend, a new girlfriend. And that is probably going to make you feel real bad, right? So you shouldn't do that. Because that might be anyone. Even if that person actually might be their new partner, well, guess what? The universe will read that, oh, new partner, and will make it happen. So if it actually is a new partner, by thinking about the new partner, you will kind of like manifest them staying for a long while. And if it's not a new partner, it's just a random person, it could be a cousin you don't know, it could be a friend, it could be a friend from school they haven't seen in 20 years, and then they somewhat met and made a picture together and took a picture together. It could be anyone. But if it's anyone and you think it is their new girlfriend or boyfriend, you're sending out the signal to the universe, new girlfriend, new boyfriend, and the universe reads that. And even if that person is not their new spouse, the universe will look for a new spouse, or actually will make that person turn into their spouse. That's the law of assumption. You have an assumption and the universe reads that and will want to create that version for you. But you could have a different assumption. You see them with a new person and you think, oh, that's probably their cousin, or that's probably their good friend. I'm the one they love. And even if that would be a new spouse, you having that belief and repeating, no, that's nobody, I'm their person, will harden into fact. And even if that would be the new spouse, the universe will take them out of the game. I have the image of a chess figure, somebody taking a chess figure off the board. So the law of assumption, how do you react or what meaning do you give things, is going to manifest into your 3D life. That is why the law of assumption is that powerful. If you learn to control your thinking and learn to stay on a mental diet, then you will basically change your entire life, your entire 3D. Our thoughts are this powerful. Our thoughts create everything. That is why it's so important to check what beliefs we have, and why the main reason why we are not with our person is our old assumptions, old limiting beliefs that are still getting pushed out, that are still manifested in our life. So we don't have to fix anything in the outside. We don't have to talk to the other person in order to convince them to love us. We fix our assumptions and our self-concept, and that will happen automatically. That maybe already explained a little bit why you should not call them the twin flame runner. Already said, the universe reads your focus, and if you call them twin flame runner, how do you think you can expect to manifest union? Because you manifest them running away from you. So every time you use the term twin flame runner in your thoughts, or you write it, or you say it out loud, that is an order to the universe. My twin flame, or that person I perceive to be as my twin flame, is running away. And the universe is like a genie. Your wish is my command. And they keep running. And then you get upset, and you may even go to Facebook groups and writing about your twin flame runner who is maybe even ghosting you. So you send out running and ghosting as an order to the universe, and the universe is like, your wish is my command. And then they keep on running and ghosting. So make sure you don't use this kind of terminology if you want your person to come back. Use a better word, my twin flame lover, my person, my love, the one who chose me, even if they haven't chosen you yet. But as I just said, every thought you keep on repeating will become a belief and it will get pushed out. Well, unless you haven't done the work, of course. If you have a very bad self-concept, then you cannot attract union. I just recorded another video about the 4 main things our twin flame is mirroring back to us. Please check it out. It probably will have been last week's video on twin flames in the Twin Flame 101 playlist. Yeah, but our thoughts, they manifest, and our terminology does manifest as well. Fun story, I do have a client and she had problems with a neighbor. It was that bad that it almost actually went to court. And of course she was always thinking bad about that neighbor. And then she talked to me and I explained to her about the law of assumption, and she decided to test it, and she just changed one word. Instead of cursing the neighbor in her thoughts, she just said, my nice neighbor. Or whenever she was thinking about that neighbor, she thought, my nice neighbor, the nice one. And she said to me later, I didn't even believe that because, she's never been nice to me. So it was kind of like nice in quotations mark, or a bit ironic. But I always I started referring to her as my nice neighbor. And guess what? The next time she met that neighbor, for the very first time, that neighbor was nice to her and had then continued to be nice to her for a whole while, until my client slipped back into her old thinking because she still didn't like that neighbor. She didn't trust it. And then, of course, there were some incidences again where that neighbor was not that nice. So she had to go back to thinking my nice neighbor. Your thoughts manifest. Don't label them twin flame runner if you want them to be with you. They will run as long as they are the twin flame runner. Don't write about them as, oh, the person who is ghosting me. Because the more you focus on that, the more energy you give into being ghosted. Work on your self-concepts. Find out why you're being ghosted, because again, they're mirroring back to you something. So if you are being ghosted, there's probably something in your self-concept and your self-love, your self-worth is not as stable as it should be. Maybe you are neglecting something within yourself or your own needs, and that person is mirroring that back to you. Or you have fear of abandonment and they will mirror that back to you as long as you still have that fear active within you. They're not coming so you won't feel that fear anymore. They're staying away as long as you have that fear. And once you have dealt with that fear, then they're able to come back. The twin flames, they don't come to, if you have any neediness inside of you, it's just no match for any kind of divine counterpart, because divine counterpart already implies there cannot be any low vibrational energies. Of course, we are allowed to have a bad day, but we cannot be in low vibration and neediness and blaming the other person and victim mentality in order to attract union. We have to actually do the work to outgrow that. And I do have plenty of videos in the manifesting playlist, in the Twin Flame 101 playlist. I do have meditation videos on healing that and clearing that. Do the work and you will get that manifested. You will get evidence of that, but you will only get the evidence after you have actually changed. Till then, you will always get evidence of where you are on your journey, and your 3D, your surrounding, will always mirror back to you exactly where you are. So you can basically tell where you are on your journey when you see how other people around you behave around you or treat you. That is a very good indication on where you are on your personal journey. So stop calling them the twin flame runner. Call them, the twin flame comebacker. That's actually not that good as well, because we don't want to manifest them come back. When we manifest, when we visualize, we don't visualize them reaching out. We visualize all of that is behind us and we already are in union. Call them your person, your spouse, your love, your life partner. Those are way better words to call. If you want them to be your life partner, you should see them as that. If you see them a runner, they will stay a runner. And if you use a terminology chaser, you will keep chasing them. And that's the problem. You're not supposed to chase. You're supposed to attract. You cannot chase and attract at the same time. You do you step into your power and you attract them. That is your job as the feminine. Because the feminine, you most likely are the feminine. And even if you're a man, it doesn't matter. The feminine is the one who is attracting the other person by stepping into his or her, because the feminine can be a male person, by stepping into that power. Don't go chasing, attract, okay? If you need help with that, I already told you, you can check out my other videos. Check out my new Facebook groups. You will find a link to my Facebook in the description box below. They're very new groups. I really literally just created them today as I am recording this video. So for you, it will be a couple of weeks ago. Check them out. If you need personal coaching, you can contact me. My contact information is below. And I do wish you all the best. Okay, now bye-bye.